Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 10 of This Week in Raider Football. I'm Nick Rush, and originally I was not planning on making an episode of This Week in Raider Football, mainly considering the fact that the varsity team had the week off. They spent their bye week, so no Friday night football for them this week. Anyhow, they will get back out on the field next Friday night on October 30th. When they take on Westminster Christian, a school coming all the way out from the Miami area. So it's certainly going to be an exciting contest. Be sure to join us for that one at 7:30. But the main purpose of making this episode was because I wanted to personally congratulate the Riverdale freshman football team for a perfect regular season 8-0. Now, very unfortunately, in the freshman rankings of high school football, there are no playoffs, so whether you have a good season or not, the end of the regular season is the end of the season, if you know what I'm saying. So, this is the end of it all for the freshman team, but they went perfect. And that certainly is hard to come by, a perfect season. It doesn't matter if you have 8 games or 10 games on the schedule. It doesn't even matter what sport you play. It really is special and maybe even rare to come across a perfect season. So let's take a look at their schedule and take a look at their results. They started off hot in week 1 on the road at Lehigh. Riverdale took the 28-6 win, and they kept the momentum going into game number 2, where they defeated Dunbar at the Riverdale home opener 22-8, your final score. Week 3, the Raiders were originally scheduled to play against LaBelle, but the Cowboys declined to play that game for an unexplained reason. Riverdale took the game by forfeit. They started off great 3-0. They advanced the record to 4-0 with a 22-13 final score win at Ida Baker. And then afterwards, a 22-16 win versus North Fort Myers. That was a closer game for the Raiders, but they were able to prevail and come away with it. They defeated Northport 35-13 with confidence at Carl Engel Field. They won at South Fort Myers 20-7, and finally, to claim their perfect season, they defeat the Fort Myers Green Wave by a 21-8 result to make the season 8-0, undefeated. So I'd like to congratulate Coach Gunn and the Riverdale freshman football team for a very special season. Without a doubt, we have some bright futures on that football team, and hopefully it'll lead to a bright future for the Riverdale varsity team, but we'll have to see how that goes in the next year or two. But either way, just want to congratulate you guys on a very successful season, and we'd like to thank you all for listening here for This Week in Raider Football in episode 10. We'll be making episode number 11 next week for varsity football when they take on Westminster Christian, but we'll be talking about that next week. That's a story for another day. But for now, thank you for listening. I understand it's a little more of a shorter episode, but either way, this really was a special occasion for the freshman football squad. Thank you all for listening. We will see you episode 11 next week. This is Nick Rush signing off and saying thank you for listening.